don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah.
Big day at the morning show today. It's Friday, which means it's Crypto Friday. That's what we got going on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show here on Stock Market TV. Spencer, JC, Steve, Alfonso with you this morning, as we are every single morning, or most mornings, I should say. It's Crypto Friday, as I mentioned. So we got Louis Sykes on the show. We'll have Mr. Kenny Glick on the show. We may or may not have Alfonso on the show if his internet connection proves to be reliable enough. We'll play it by ear. How about that? As far as what's on the docket, let's see. I'm looking at Lulu this morning. I'm looking at Dell this morning. There's some things in the doc. I'm sure there are some things, some charts the guys have put together that I don't even know about. So good morning, everyone. Good morning from India. Oh, it's not morning. Oh, it's good evening. Good evening from India. What's up, Monk? How we doing? Yeah, Josh, Dawson, Curtis, Yako, Paul, Chef Aaron, Phil. What's going on, everyone? Let's go. Smash the like. Here we go.
It's a celebration. New candlesticks tonight.
True. New candlesticks heading into a 3-day weekend.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Who's ready for it? Who's ready for new monthly candlesticks? I don't think you are. Let's go. Come on.
Is there like a mathematical way to find out how often the first day of the month is a Saturday? Probably, because now you get 3 whole days to marinate and ruminate.
First day of the month is not a Saturday, Spencer. Come on, get your shit together, buddy.
Oh shit. Well, I meant over the weekend. Regardless, whatever. 31 days in the month. Who cares?
We don't get our crypto candles until tomorrow night, so that's a bummer. But Asian candles are coming in hot as we speak. You got British candles coming in a few hours. The Europeans are coming in. Commodity futures are coming in hot as we speak. We're going to get the equities monthly candlesticks at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Woo! Let's go. I'm like Ric Flair out here. Woo!
So the PCE was the PCE was good for you guys?
It was great. 0.2%. It was great.
Do they still do that?
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And then PCE stands for
Personal
Pennsylvania
consumption
Central
expenditures.
What is it?
Personal consumption expenditures, I believe.
And why should anyone give a fuck?
This is what the Fed looks at to gauge inflation. This is their measure of inflation.
PCE. Whatever happened to the CPI?
We still do that too. We make a big deal out of that too. Still.
What's the difference?
The Fed likes the PCE. I don't know. It's just
they don't like the CPI anymore. They've moved on. It's like an ex-girlfriend. This has
been a thing for a long time now. I don't know if it's forever, but
right.
PCE is their benchmark. Yeah.
Right. My bet here is that they're lying to you. Whatever the PCE number is, it a number or is it a letter?
Yeah, it's a number. And credit to the economists. The economists nailed it this month.
I'm sure they did.
They nailed it.
Great work. Great work.
Yeah.
Looks like the core even came in a little cool.
The what?
A little cool.
Is the PCE, is this thing a number or is it one of those dot plot things?
No, it's a number.
It's a number. All right. Shout out to that. Can we talk about the market, more important things?
I suppose.
Futures like it. I mean, that's why I'm mentioning it. Right?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they love it. I'm sure it's fantastic. I hope it was as good for them as it was for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Dow futures up 67 points. That might as well be zero. It's about 15 basis points. S&P futures up 1/3%, almost 20 points, 56.30 for S&P futures. NASDAQ 100 futures up 2/3%, definitely because of this PCE thing that I'm being told about. 19,500, still not above 20 for the NASDAQ 100 futures. 30-year bond futures flat this morning, just under 124 on the 30-year. Crude oil flat, 76. Copper up 0.75%, 4.25. Getting off that 420 kick that it's been on. Gold down 1/3%, 25.50. Silver down 1/3%, just under $30. And over in funny money land, the VIX still at 15 on the volatility index. Bitcoin under 60,000, 59,580 flat on the day. Ethereum flat, 25.25. Solana flat, 140. Binance up 1% at 540. Solana 140, excuse me. And then total crypto market cap, Spencer Israel, 2.05 trillion here. With the Bitcoin dominance still above 57%. Looks like a whole lot of nothing here this morning on the last day of summer. How do we feel?
The unofficial last day of summer.
Yeah. We have an East Coast bias here. This is the last day of summer. Like, I know it's not till like September 21st or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, I understand the sun and the moon and the earth. I get it.
Yeah.
Last day of summer for the week, right? Obviously, the summer continues through the weekend, right?
You know, comment in the chat brings up really just a great question. Is it cheating? Is it cheating to look at the monthly candles today, yesterday? Is that okay?
I have not cheated.
Yeah.
I've been cheating a little bit the last few months. I'm not gonna
You're
lie.
only cheating yourself.
You're only
Is that
cheating
true
yourself.
though? Or are you just getting an early read? I don't know.
No, the last few months, I'm not gonna lie, I had that monthly candles workbook up a few days prior just to take a peek. You know, I think it was like last day was like a Wednesday. I was looking at them on Monday. You know, like stuff like that. I've done that the last few months. True story. This time I have not. I swear I have not. I would admit it if I did. And I'm gonna be busy today, so I'm not gonna get to it until tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I am gonna see Gabriel Iglesias doing stand up today.
Oh, he's the big.
He's the hefty Mexican guy. He's funny.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
Yeah, fluffy. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna see him. We got massages with the wife, couples massage. That's our pregame for Gabriel Iglesias. We got a nice little evening lined up.
Where are you seeing him?
At the local where I saw Seinfeld and I saw Slash. I saw the same thing.
The
Thank
Bethlehem
God.
Steel, Bethlehem Steel Factory.
Thank God for Bethlehem Steel. Shout out paying pensions.
All right.
Can we talk about something important? So what stands out from futures? Nothing, right?
We had some earnings. There's stuff to talk about.
Futures. Nothing.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
Stands out. NASDAQ leading the way up 0.75%. That's probably the biggest thing, right?
What stands out to me is how little movement there is from crypto.
It's the last day of summer, man. The crypto markets know it too, right? Crypto market. I mean, think about what is the total volume. This is a good question for Louis. What is the total crypto volume in the Northern Hemisphere as a percentage of total global crypto market volume?
I don't think it's as big as you think. I don't think
the Southern Hemisphere plays an important role in that. I don't think so.
Most of the people.
Southern Hemisphere. What's the Southern Hemisphere GDP relative to total Earth GDP? It's got to be. It can't be that big. What's the biggest country? What's the country down there that generates the most GDP? You think? Australia?
What are we doing? What is this?
It's not Antarctica.
Wouldn't the East West be a better exercise?
No, because the way it works is seasons are south and north, right? Not east and west hemispheres. You see.
Yeah,
so
but why are we talking about
summer in the northern hemisphere?
Why are we talking about seasons?
Because today's the last day of the summer. That's why I'm asking. He's talking
about. What does that have to do with anything?
Because he's talking about how nothing's happening in crypto markets. Probably because it's the last day of summer in the northern hemisphere, which dominates the volume on Earth.
All right. I think Louis is chomping at the bit.
So
I'm not even going to run his intro. I'm just going to bring him in.
So we're done talking about hemispheres?
I don't know.
I hope not. Nope. I love a good hemisphere.
Are we moving on from this? Hey, Louis.
How are we not? Where's the bumper?
I said I was going
to straight on. I mean,
Louis was chomping at the bit.
Louis having a hair day today, Louis.
So
good hair day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait, you're the
Louis.
assistant, so I'm the deputy? Is that what that is? All right.
Louis, what country in the southern hemisphere leads in GDP? Is it the Australians?
It would have to be Australia, right?
It's definitely not New Zealand.
Definitely not New Zealand. I mean, the only thing that we're leading in is the ratio of sheep to humans. That's probably about it.
Dude, the sheep to human ratio in New Zealand is off the charts, dude.
Literally.
Off the charts.
Goat cheese. Good goat cheese, right?
Yeah. Laura Chanel. That's my shit right there. Okay. Lou Dog. So Strazza, we were talking about the futures this morning, and what stands out most to me is the fact that the Nasdaq 100 futures are leading the way, up 81 basis points, which is 4/5 of a percent for you non-math majors. But Strazza said that what stands out the most to him is the lack of anything going on in the crypto markets. And my theory here is that it's the last day of summer, working summer, in the northern hemisphere, and there's just nothing going on.
I mean, that sounds more like a story and a narrative, and I tend to be a bit more data driven, not pay attention to stories and narratives and stuff like that.
I'm more of like a common sense kind of guy. Like nobody's at work.
I mean, yeah,
so
I mean, common sense. Yes, that could be
nobody who matters is at work right now. You see?
No, that's a bad take.
Europe, North America.
No, so
I'm at work.
Europe, North America, Asia.
Is that how that works? As someone who's
and
never,
how many billions in assets under management do you have, Spencer? Remind me.
This is the dumbest shit.
Well, okay. Well, as someone who's actually never worked in an office, is that how it works? It's the last day of August, so do people just like not turn up? Is that a normal thing?
No,
right.
It's not like he's describing. And first of all,
how is it not like I'm describing? It's exactly how I'm describing.
People aren't. This isn't a big vacation week. It's not.
You're so full of shit.
Next week. Next week.
Yes, that's right. It's not this week. What are you talking about?
By the way, Louis, it's not Thanksgiving this weekend. By the way, so this is Labor Day.
Wait, it is Labor Day, right? Okay. I should probably be keeping a calendar of what these holidays are, so I don't.
This is Labor Day. This is we celebrate those who provide labor.
Yeah.
I believe
it's a bad take. Don't listen to him. All I'm saying is you would expect Ethereum's flat here. Solana's slightly lower on the day. Pre-market, equities caught a nice bid when they announced the PCE. ARK is up like 1.5% pre-market. XLK is up 0.75%. You would expect more from crypto. This is what we see almost every day. You're not seeing it today. That's all I'm saying. Crypto continues to suck. Really?
It's a nothing.
Oh my god! I saw the best meme. I saw the best meme this morning that I think really, it's the the Austin Powers. I think Austin Powers 2, I believe, when he's in the little golf cart and he's like in the hallway and going back and forth.
Yes, exactly.
And that's Bitcoin 59 and 60, and it's Austin Powers going back and forth.
The 85-point turn.
Yeah. That meme that really truly explained what was going on. If somebody can find it and post that, that'd be great.
That's perfect. That's fantastic.
It was good.
I mean, there's literally nothing happening in crypto right now. So I shared some charts with you if you wanna just throw that on. Like the power rankings. I mean, there's nothing else to be talked about in crypto. So how about this? Our new power rankings table. I think this looks really sexy. It's
clean.
It's what we're looking at here is we are ranking the tokens in the tokens and cryptocurrencies that are seeing the largest flows by smart money wallets over the last week, whether that's inflows or outflows. So the green is clearly inflows, the red are outflows. So you're seeing some inflows into Tether as the market sold off over this week. Seeing some into Gravity, that's a recent Coinbase ICO, and you're seeing a lot of interest in this Ondo US dollar yield token. That's just been popping up on our market cap scans. We have a custom scan that tracks whether a token is exceeding certain market cap thresholds for the first time. It hit 100 million, it hit 250 million. Now it's at 380 million, just a few weeks after it hit 250. There's a lot of smart money interest in this particular token. So you want me to slow down? So what is this token?
Louis,
can you hear us?
So I'm
Louis?
all about the Ondo. Is this Ondo? Or is this Ondo yield something? Like, what's the ticker here?
So this is the Ondo US dollar yield token. And so the Ondo token is essentially the network that provides these real world assets. And this is just one of the tokenizations that is available. So what this particular token is it's tokenizing US short-term treasuries. and it's just providing that yield in a tokenized format. And so you can see here that the TVL, the total value locked, just under 400 million.
Not nothing.
Getting, yeah, it's been climbing. And you're seeing, clearly some inflows here by wallets, by smart money wallets. And so let's just take a step back.
Coinbase.
I believe this is only on chain.
Yeah, Strazza, stop being such a boomer, bro. The world doesn't revolve around Coinbase. Like, I know you have a man crush on this guy, Brian Armstrong, and everything. I get it.
Yeah.
There's, it's a whole world out there, man. It's a whole world
Hey,
out
well,
there.
Strazza, the actual Ondo token itself is on Coinbase.
I know, I own it a bunch, but I don't think I can. There's no yield. Doesn't offer any yield.
Well, sounds to me like you got to step off the old, it's time to step into the jungle.
It's
Step into
interesting.
the old blocking chain.
Oh, the old block and chain, Strazza. Don't be scared. Don't be
It's
scared.
interesting how the yields can vary from one platform to another. Also,
Yeah, that's right. Almost like in TradFi, almost, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's no
Yeah,
different.
so they got
Trader's
it.
account.
Coinbase has it. No, can't do the Ondo yield one. It barely moves, this thing though.
It's a stable
because
coin,
it's
Strazza.
treasuries.
It's a
This is
stable.
this
It's a
is like
stable coin that
shy.
generates 5% yield. What do you want? To move 20% in a day?
Right. So to be clear, this is like the shy of cryptocurrencies. This is a short-term bond fund.
Yeah,
Not better
exactly.
yields than a shy, but yeah,
You
sure.
get to hold it in your Coinbase account instead of a FDIC or SIPC insured account. I get it.
Yeah, right. So you're getting the same yield, but less secured.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
I understand now. Go on.
Carry on, kids these days. Can we go with the? Can you talk about this? This slide 9 here. Smart Dex trader. Who is this guy?
Yeah, so I just wanted to provide some context just in case you guys had some questions about those massive outflows in ETH. If we went back to the previous chart, there was $57 million worth of outflows into ETH over the last week. And you're probably like, holy shit, is $57 million worth of outflows from smart money wallets? That's a lot. But in actuality, it's, the beauty of all of this data is that it's just so transparent. We can actually dig into, how these funds are moving across all these wallets in different periods. And so that particular outflow was just an outflow of one wallet and then an inflow into one of his other wallets. And we can see all of that on chain, and it's just fantastic. We jokingly always say, the blockchain fixes this, but when it comes to data and analytics, yes, the blockchain does fix it because there's so much transparency.
Yeah, we've already seen it. People. There's a lot of criticisms. There's a lot of criticisms around crypto broadly because there just aren't many use cases yet, right? It seems to have not accomplished much, but it has done this. Just the transparency of the market itself is really a huge move forward, I think.
I mean, you're an accounting nerd, right? So surely just utilizing these technologies in something like accounting would just be such a massive value add.
It makes things easy. It makes things easy for regulators too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the market. So, but this was Vitalik doing this. You know that?
I'm not sure. I did see that Vitalik did. He posted a bullish tweet on Twitter and then he literally sold the next day. And so he's definitely taking from the playbook of crypto Twitter.
Some things never change.
Exactly.
All right, great.
Louis, is it going to be? Is this breakout in crypto going to be like porn? Like, it when you see it? Like, is it going to be one of those things? Like, you're just going to, like, how do we define it? You'll know it when you see it. Like, there's just going to be an expansion of new highs. Bitcoin's going to be making all-time highs. The Sol, the ETH, the Binance, like one by one, they're going to be popping off. You're going to see down the cap scale, the altcoins going to top 100 coins, making new 30-day highs, 60-day highs, 90-day highs. Like, we're just going to all see it at the same time.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. My base case is that we've had a massive purge of liquidations in the futures market. I've been pointing to that now for weeks. We had that in the initial panic a few weeks ago. You just had it on this recent sell-off, I believe on Tuesday this week. We had, that big sell-off this week. There's been a lot of purging of excessive bullish leverage and positioning in the futures market. So what does that mean? I've done the math. I've done the research. Every time that happens, you get a massive long squeeze that generally marks a short-term bottom. And then the next breakout that comes, after that is really high conviction. And so you generally tend to see this messy sideways price action for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. You get this grind sideways. And then when you get that next breakout, that's really high conviction because you have all the people that were long, they've literally just got margin called. They're out of the market, and you just have a complete sentiment and positioning reset. And so the next breakout that comes, I think that's really high conviction. And so I think in the short term, you just want to let these markets consolidate, churn for a while, and just let these traders get chopped up. When you start seeing that momentum finally return, I think that's actually really high conviction.
How do we feel about ETH BTC making new 3-year lows?
I mean, this thing has got cut in half since the ETH merge. And so isn't that hilarious that the ETH merge literally marked the top in this ratio? And clearly the trend in ETH is down on a relative basis.
Can
Even
you
looking
throw
at something like
slide 2, Spencer, please?
like Solana versus ETH, like Solana is clearly outperforming. And so if you have a longer term crypto portfolio, I think looking at these ratios is what you really want to be doing to get an understanding of the allocation that you want to be getting or leaning on these major tokens. And so clearly the trend here has been down. This has been nothing new, and it's been absolutely it's made sense to be overweight Bitcoin relative to ETH for a while now. This is nothing new.
Louis, love you, brother. Have yourself a great weekend. I don't know how Kiwis celebrate Labor Day, but here we celebrate by drinking and eating too much.
So Labor Day is Monday?
Labor Day is Monday. That's right. So that would be Tuesday for you, I believe.
It will be. Well,
Sure.
See you guys. You have a good weekend.
All right. Thanks, brother. Adios. All right, listen, I got a few minutes before I need to hop early today, but I did have a couple of things that I wanted to share before I hopped. Spencer, if you could throw up slide 3, please, showing the world's most important stock market index making a new all-time high yesterday. Not evidence of a downtrend, these new all-time highs. Transports coming in hot right behind it. Transports underperforming. Transports haven't broken out yet. However, man, they look very similar. Very similar. And then this one comes from Todd Sohn. I don't know if he was being obnoxious or if he was trying to add some value. Strazza, why do you think that he went out of his way to get this chart in front of us? Can you go to the next one, please, Spencer?
He's a very obnoxious person. He can't help himself.
I saw this one.
Yeah.
So these are the number of new all-time highs per year for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So as you can see here, this year is not like anything crazy. It's probably somewhere in the middle, maybe, right? I think he said it was the 72nd most amount. Is that right? Something like that?
It's also not over
72nd
yet.
highest.
It's also just not over yet. It's August.
It's also August, right? So you got that going for it.
How do you guys feel about these charts or these stats?
I really don't feel.
You don't feel?
It's just it's more of this shows that it reiterates the obvious that in bull markets this happens a lot, and in bear markets it doesn't happen at all.
It's perma-bull porn.
Bull porn, I suppose. Yeah, but like look at the 1930s and 1940s. Look how it didn't happen at all. Why? Because those weren't bull markets, right? Look at the 1970s, right? Look after the financial crisis. Look after the dot-com bubble, right? Those were not bull markets. So I don't think that it's like this like earth-shattering revelation. I just think it's just a different way to look at something that we look at all the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Right?
I like this data. It's incomplete. Obviously, it doesn't tell the whole story, but I like this data.
I'll tell you what I like a lot more. Respectfully to Mr. Todd Sohn, this one I like a lot better. I think this one actually does tell an interesting story. This one, shout out Grant. So here at the bottom panel here, if you want to zoom in there, Spencer, what are we looking at? We are looking at the percentage of stocks above their 2018 highs. We're looking at the percentage of stocks on the S&P 500 above their 2021 highs. We're looking at the percentage of stocks above their December highs and we're looking at the percentage of stocks above their first quarter highs.
Huh.
All of them keep going up and to the right-hand corner. We are not seeing deterioration in these numbers. And I think this tells the story, Spencer.
A more complete story. Yeah, I agree.
I think this tells the story. This is the story.
This is the story.
And
This is the story.
and we'll need to now add to this chart because it's an excellent chart, but it needs updating constantly. Now we'll have to add the Q2 highs, or I'm sorry, the Q3 highs, July highs, right?
Yes, July the 16th.
Yep.
I like anchoring to that level a lot. I don't know if he's going to use July the 16th specifically.
No, we'll use a
or
range. We'll use a range.
range.
Yeah.
What, like 2 weeks?
We'll probably just do the whole month of July. It's easier that way. It won't make much of a difference.
And then the last chart that I want to show before I hop out is Israel. Israel continuing.
Yes.
Not Spencer Israel.
Oh.
I love it when people call you Israel, by the way. That always cracks me up. I also have a friend named Kevin. His last name is Spencer. So it's very confusing for me. So if I ever screw up your name, that's the reason. It's because there's all these Israels and Spencers.
Yep.
Shout out Israel. New multi-year highs for both the Israel ETF as well as the Tel Aviv 125 index.
Is this just biotech and technology? Is that what this is?
It is a lot of technology. I was actually looking at, I actually still have the list of components right here. Teva Pharmaceuticals is 9.7%. Checkpoint is 8%. You've got the Bank of Leumi LeIsrael here at 6.5%. Bank. I don't know, man. I don't speak these languages. It's Poli. I'm going to go with Poli because that's the ticker symbol. Then you have a company called Nice. That's cool. I like that. CyberArk Software, Monday.com, as we're all well aware. Wix, which we know. Israel Discount Bank. How about that? And then, of course, Nova are the top 10 holdings. So you've got, just to circle back, you've got 22% financials. You got 40% tech, Spencer. And then to your point, you got 10% healthcare. So you have no energy, no communications, 5% industrials, no discretionary at all.
They've got some great cybersecurity stocks. I mean, Checkpoint and CyberArk.
Yeah, it's tech.
Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. All right.
I am dying to go to Tel Aviv. Like, of all the places in the world that I have not been to, like Tel Aviv has to be in my top 3 that I haven't been to.
It's a cool place.
Everybody tells me how awesome it is. And you know what I love about it? The city is like on the beach. Like
the city is on the beach. This is true.
The city.
This is true.
That's pretty badass, I think. As like a city kid who grew up in the beach, they were separate. You had the city, and Miami when I was growing up was hardly a city, but you know, you had to go to the beach. Here it's all in one place. I'm into that. All right, and the last thing I want to say is nobody cares about your fantasy football team. I'm going to be the guy that says it. Nobody cares ever. So just treat social media like your wife. You know how like your wife doesn't give a shit about your fantasy football team? Neither do we.
Mine pretends to, at least.
That's good on her. She definitely doesn't.
I know.
So kudos to all of you who have completed your fantasy football. I chose to skip the draft altogether. I put it on auto draft. I figured the algorithm would be better than me, and I'm going to prove that correct. I'm going with the algorithm over me. So I am an index. I'm an index, right? I own the indexes in the fantasy football league rather than being an active manager. Right? I'm a passive. You are
outsourcing your passiveness to the auto rankings.
That's right.
Good luck to you, sir.
That's right. Passive investor here in fantasy football. Proud of it. Just dollar cost averaging, baby. That's it. All right, guys.
Kenny, I know you're here,
Kenny.
Weekend. I'm bringing Kenny on.
Enjoy your monthly candlesticks. Kenny, I love you. Don't get us canceled. Adios.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my club, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Kenny. These guys ramble. I was trying to get you on like 10 minutes ago, but they keep on going.
No, it's cool, man. I was hoping you were going to go passive fantasy player. I'm a curmudgeon fantasy player. I just complain about people who play fantasy because I don't care. I actually watch
Yeah.
football just to be miserable as a Jets fan. So I'm ready.
You watch it, yeah, exactly. Just more so for how it makes you feel bad about yourself and your life, not so much,
Exactly.
right? Okay. I guess on the topic of fantasy, I won't say anything about it, but I will give one thing, which is that this year, due to a variety of reasons I don't want to get into, we had to do an untimed draft, so it took us an entire week, to finish our draft. And I will say, it was a lot of fun. It was way more fun than doing a time draft. So next year, guys, or whatever this year, do an untimed draft. People had as long as they wanted to pick. It took us a week to get through the whole thing. Ton of fun.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about it.
Hey, my son loves it. He actually won. He won a $3,500 league last year. So he
Very
still
good.
has the money in an envelope.
I also won a league last year. All right, Kenny, enough about that. You're watching Lulu this morning, and maybe you're watching Dell. I don't know. What's going on here?
I don't know, but you got me all excited about crypto. I checked my account. I only check my account once every 6 months, and I don't know. The kids got me to hodl this doggy coin when I was up like 600%, and it kind of backfired. So nobody cares about doggy coin anymore. That's
No,
right,
we don't.
doggy coin.
We don't talk about the Doge anymore.
Oh, but more importantly, I'm into these things now. You guys know about these? They're going to be big, I tell you. I just found
Tell me how many of those you own.
Holy cow, we got them in blue. Look, they come in different colors, everybody. Sick. These are going to be huge. Look, you get them in metal ones. This is fantastic. You just all day. Endless fun.
I just had to look it up as like what year did those things 2017, I think, was the year that those things went crazy.
Yep.
All right.
Anybody want any Bakugan? I still got some Bakugan. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about, right? If you have
No,
kids,
it's before my time. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at a futures market that is phenomenal. So again, you had some little instability yesterday at the close. Looked like we were going to try to sell off. So cute when the market tries to go down, and it generally doesn't go down before holiday weekends or after the holiday weekend. So I traded some NQ futures again last night. Pretty good. But yeah, Lulu, very nice action. Let me show you what I'm looking at today. I'm only sticking around for the first hour of the day. So if it doesn't fade, if it doesn't do anything, I'm probably just going to run. But this is a day trader's dream when you get that annihilation.
Wait, I can't see your chart.
Oh no. Let me get that for you. Boom, boom, and bang.
There you go.
So yeah, when you see this big fall, again, I love a big collapse because then the VWAP break usually gives you a nice opportunity. So last night in the aftermarket, again, get to the VWAP. That's where the algorithms make their new decision, to shuffle along, and you got paid. And then look where it came back to test the VWAP and one more time. So these levels from last night kind of coming into play. This 269 area, Pogs, yeah. Oh, I got everything. By the way, I got stuff in boxes. If you guys come to my website, I go down to my basement and I bring stuff up and I give it away. So if anybody needs anything, I've got stuff. And by the way, nobody wants any of this stuff. I've been putting it on Facebook Marketplace, just free for me, and nobody wants it. I don't know. But Lulu, back to the stock. Yeah, again, I think there's going to be some more volatility in it. You know, with a 35-point move and almost a 40-point move off those lows yesterday, I expect the stock to do something. So I'm looking at it right now, just hovering around low volume, definitely watching. I don't look at the crowd. The crowd was yesterday. That was a really nice trade, CRWD. Again, I sat there for a while just looking for a short opportunity. And again, you know, I talk about the market being rigged. It is the VWAP. So there was that little rollover. Look where it went to, my friends. That's prior day VWAP, and that's where the buyers were. So I love a market that's kind of going sideways in a decent range because you'll get opportunities like that. So again, with the Lulu, you could just wait. You know, again, I'm going to wait 15, 20 minutes to start to see the volume come in and then look for something to do. And then I'm buying puts on UVXY. So if I can get some 22s as a gamble, generally any stability, UVXY gets lit up. We obviously know it's already crashed, but chances are this thing's going to close under 22. So if we can get the $22 puts for, let's say, a nickel dime at most, and then they roll over and do go to 21.50, just like last week we had the 22.50s at a dime and we wound up getting out at 30 and 40. I'm digging the UVXY puts as a little gamble into the close. I'm not going to be around, but I'll put my limit orders out. ULTA, let me see what I got on ULTA. Big fan. Love that store. My wife.
You've never been to an Ulta?
Oh yeah, I love Ulta. Yeah, and if guys, if you,
Okay.
I don't want to get into this whole. When I first was in my Ulta, it was
Yeah, let's not
psychedelic experience. So
let's not do that.
yes, but here, beautiful trade. I mean, this is fantastic. So you're underneath the VWAP pretty much the whole morning. There's your little VWAP shuffle. There's your reason to buy 337. You're getting a 10-point move on this stock. Well done, my friends. Well done. So yeah, I'll look at this one also. But again, that's the easy money. I'm all about trying to make that easy cash. Little VWAP break on a stock underneath it. You know, that's a 10-point move. Well done if you got it.
By the way, if you join Kenny's room, I'll throw the link up on the screen. You get Kenny's script. You get his thinkorswim script to layer it on your charts. If you are wondering how he got these lines up there and these markers and these indicators and the this and the that, you get it when you join his room. So
and you get 4 hours of me doing commentary every day. You can't get rid of me.
There's the QR code, and the link is hitthebid.com. It's in the chat. Hitthebid.com. Very easy to remember.
Thanks, man. Also, Lunar's in play again. They got their contract with NASA, so I think this one again heavily shorted. You could be looking for a move here, but again, this stock tends to surprise. Sometimes the news is baked in, so it's sitting here in a nice little channel, just doing its shuffling along. Above 609, I'm thinking 630 and beyond. But if it rolls over, breaks down, you could be looking at some lotto plays on 550 puts.
Kenny, is the party over in ASTS?
Oh no, that was phenomenal. I gave you that as I was walking out the door yesterday.
I know. And then I didn't look at the chart though, so I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I hope you guys picked it up yesterday. Beautiful trade. I mean, again, that 2750 area is big. If it rolls over again, 2750 gets you back down to 25, and it could be over for this one. But the buyers keep showing up, and that's what you need. You know, again, inevitably, these stocks, when the volume dries up and they start to go into that downtrend, they just kind of drift away. The volume's still here. The buyers are still here. And again, the shorting opportunity on the name as well. So as long as it's in play, I keep it on the radar. What was the other one? I had something new. I think more or less that Lunar is going to be in play. And then again, a quiet pick that no one's talking about, OS. Love an IPO that breaks 2750. You got to 30. The stock's in an uptrend. Don't know much about it, but very nice looking chart. Consolidation break. You're probably looking at a 3250 stock. And again, an IPO that travels and does this well, support level. Chances are it's a $50 stock. Don't know much about it, but technically speaking, IPOs that act like this, like the Viking did, and that the LINE, this is right there. So all-time highs again on OS.
God damn. Birmingham, Michigan. Nice town. That's where they're headquartered. Cool.
Okay.
14-year-old company, so it's been around for a second. All right. Yeah, they do they compete with like Oracle and SAP, looks like.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
So,
fairly new stock. And again, no selling. You know, again, just like that Viking, when Viking Cruise Lines came out, IPO, nobody was selling it. So get involved. That's about it, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right.
You have a
See you,
great
Kenny.
weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything silly. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
all righty. And he's gone. And then there was just me. No, not really. He was here with his coffee, I hope. Let's look at some earnings. And also, Fridays are going to be maybe a shorter show going forward. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. I'm not quite sure if we'll go the full hour today until 10. But regardless, you want to do some earnings, Steve? I think we probably should.
I do. I want to talk about Dell.
Yeah, okay. Dell's report was very interesting.
What'd you think?
Stock is up about 5% in the pre-market this morning. Nice chart there. Check out this stat. Their server revenue was up 80% year over year.
Yeah. So this is like brand new business for them.
Basically.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's incredible. So to be clear, fine, the server stuff is great, but it doesn't make up enough of their total revenues yet. So total revenues were only up 9%, right?
Right.
But Spencer, what blew my mind about this company's huge. Like, we were just oohing and eyeing about the most important earnings report ever, right? Nvidia sells $30 billion worth of its stuff a quarter.
What is Dell's
That's
market?
incredible. Dell's revenue is $25 billion a quarter. Now, the big difference here between a company like Dell and a company like Nvidia is the margin. Nvidia has like 60 something percent profit margins, while
Dell does
Dell
not.
is more like, I guess it would be 5% profit margins. They're clearing like $1 billion in earnings on 25 billion in sales, while Nvidia is clearing like half of it, and the cash flow is like 50% of sales. It's incredible. So Dell, for that reason, trades at like one-time sales. They have almost 100 billion in sales annually, right? If they're doing 25 a quarter now, and the market cap is actually lower than that. So that is a cheap tech stock. That's why people like this one. Like, you could really wrap your head around here. Low 20s price to earnings multiple. Something like Nvidia, the price to sales is, I don't want to misspeak, I know it's huge. Nvidia's price to sales would be 30 something right now. Price to earnings is 60 something. So again, the earnings power, profitability of a company like Nvidia, far greater. Don't get me wrong. But Dell, what a business. 25 billion.
Dell's it's a very interesting business right now. So the server business is basically a brand new business, as I said, up 80%. But the other parts of their business aren't doing great. In the aggregate, they're doing all right because they raised their guidance for the year. They raised their revenue guidance. But you look at the individual business units, PCs and laptop sales down 4% year over year. Consumer sales down 22% year over year. Enterprise PC business that was flat year over year. It's just a lot of weird things happening with this company. But look, the stock is up this morning. It's all you really care about.
Yeah. So what they do is they break it out between client solutions and then infrastructure solutions, which is what has the servers. And the servers were, am I reading this right? Yeah, 7.6 billion this quarter. So it's more than a quarter of their top line, not nothing. But the client solutions revenue has been falling.
Yes. Kind of a business in transition.
Down 4%. And then they have another storage business, which is also listed up in infrastructure.
Which is really
that's down 5% year over year. But the servers, I mean, man, if they can grow this thing, it's up $3 billion just year over year. If they're growing that by $3 billion a year, that's all the growth they need. Then they can maintain this 10% sales growth rate that they just registered on this quarter. So I think it's a good story. And look, it's a great chart. Throw the chart back up real quick, and then we'll move on. But it's not uncommon for this one to gap higher on a good earnings beat. Is it still up like 5% here today, Spencer? Because it's coming out.
It's like 4% now.
So,
Wait,
yeah, let me just speak to
Ravi in the chat. What stock are you referring to? Because that's a good question, but I want to get specific. I don't know what you're referring to. I want to know. Ravi asked a question, but I don't know if there's a specific chart he's referring to right now. Maybe there is. We'll find out.
I'll talk about the gaps on Dell. Chart, please.
Chart on. There we go.
So it's not uncommon for this one to gap high after a good earnings beat. I've circled a couple of breakaway gaps here that have happened since last year. But if you drop a VWAP, most importantly, from the massive candle from this quarter last year, so this is about 12 months ago, we're right there right now. We are failing this top, right? You see how it looked like it was a top, broke down, filled that gap from Q1 of this year, and then just shot higher. I love to see that, right? I think Kenny was talking about this yesterday. We love a little shakeout before our breakout. That's what's going on here in Dell. Now you got a nice earnings beat back above the VWAP from this big quarter last year. Love that. Confirmation, you could drop a VWAP from the pivot highs. So Dell looks great. I like everything about this.
All right. What about a company that does not look great, or a chart that does not look great? Do we have the Lulu chart around here somewhere? I think we do. Lulu's report, again, like Dell, very interesting, right? There is some good and some bad, but the bottom line is we're up 4% this morning, so that's not nothing.
And a similar setup to Dell with this little undercut of some kilos, big support level. Now shaking it higher, scooping and scoring.
They lower they guided down. They lowered their guidance, and they missed on revenues for the first time in how many quarters? I have to count. I'm gonna go count real fast.
They missed.
They missed revenue for the first time since 2020. 2 years. Looks like 2 years, 2.5 years. 2.5 years. So, but they got it down. There was I didn't know anything about this honestly, because I don't follow the company super closely. But I guess there was a botched product launch in July. Their breeze through leggings had some issues, so they had to basically recall those as soon as they were launched.
Breeze
Which
through
contributed-
leggings. Breeze through leggings. Leggings.
That contributed to this number. So
That's interesting because the old ones look pretty breeze through to me.
that's what they're called, man.
Okay.
I don't know. The whole business is slowing. It's been slowing. I mean, the chart says that, right? The chart's not going down big for its health, right? It's going down because the business has been slowing for a little while now. So this is just more of the same.
It's been a great company. It's been a good run. If it were to end here for Lululemon and the man pants, I don't know how long something like that could stay on trend, but what a run it's been.
What else did I have here for in the doc? Lulu and Dell were kind of the big two. We had the Ulta, we had the MongoDB, we had the Gap. I don't think any of
Ulta.
them are.
So I overheard.
MongoDB is 17% this morning. Shit.
So I overheard. We'll get to MongoDB. That Ulta first miss in 4 years. Is that right?
I can tell you.
Wow.
Ulta down 7.5% this morning, and that was their first miss since Q3 of 2020. So that was December of 2020.
That's pretty incredible.
First miss on both the top and bottom line since that COVID quarter, May of 2020.
That is quite the win streak. All good things come to an end.
Yeah, down 7.5%. Like I said, miss on the top, miss on the bottom. Kenny's watching this one today, as he just talked about.
This MongoDB.
They also cut their guidance. Never a good thing.
Let me see if the sell side is out talking all about Lulu. Let me see if there's anything for Ulta. Price target
For Ulta,
300.
yeah, a bunch of commentary this morning. Raymond James is out. BofA is out. Oppenheimer. I mean, they all have outperforms on it. Raymond James downgraded. Wait, they downgraded Ulta BD to an outperform. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
very helpful, Raymond James.
You can't with these guys.
Extremely helpful. Downgrading from super mega perform to outperform. I don't know what they actually rated. What the rating was before. Gosh,
Lulu had a lot of lowered price targets. It looks like from the sell side today.
MongoDB blew this one away here. Very substantial beat for the Q2 numbers, and then a Q3 guidance raise and a fiscal year guidance raise. Gosh, that's a big one.
Management said they had better than expected results for both Atlas and EA in the quarter. I don't know what that is. While they continue to face tough comps in the back half, they raised the fiscal year 2025 guidance as I don't know what GTM is. Total market. As the GTM changes they made in Q1 2025 appear to be working.
GTM? That's not like gross total margins? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I'm not sure. GM would be gross margins. I don't know.
Go to market?
Go to market.
That's what that is. Okay. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
All right, great. It's still a total mess though.
What, Mongo?
Yeah.
Mongo
Big
only
mess.
pawn in Game of Life.
You know, in this space, I still like the Datadog.
I haven't looked at that one for a hot second.
Still really into the dog. This is an interesting industry group. They're all trying to turn profitable, but there's a ton of growth here. So there's some exciting companies in this cloud data space.
I mean, I still like, as a business, I think Twilio is interesting, but the stock is garbage. It's not quite data, but it's in the same vein, right?
The app lovin'. The app lovin' looks fantastic.
Gosh, it does.
Best name for a tech stock.
App loving.
App
Yeah,
lovin'.
wow. What about look at the trade desk. That's more that's more advertising. It is
Oh, but it's
it-
some yeah.
yeah, it's tech. It's tech, but it's like advertising tech. It's ad tech. But look at that thing go. Huh.
Yeah.
There's some stuff to like out there.
In the cloud ETF, we use Sky more than any other. So it's SKYY.
Yep.
What a chart. I mean, you have to keep in mind, I'll get it. We'll throw it up. We'll talk about it. But this thing has been sideways since February. No progress. Like 8 months now. If we get a resolution, these stocks were huge leaders last year, right? A breakout above the prior cycle highs. This could be a monster development.
We have the chart.
Yeah.
And Dawson, you might be right on Twilio. You might be right. I just think like people who need it. Like there's no other. I don't even know of any alternatives for Twilio for what they do. So maybe there are. Don't know about them. What else is happening out there? Look at Intel up 6% today. They're exploring some strategic alternatives. Maybe some asset sales.
Really?
Potentially. That's the headline at least.
Wow.
What else we got?
Here's the sky.
Mm,
Yeah, so Alibaba. Hello, China. Gave some of the gains off of the August lows back earlier this week. Looks like China's getting back on track here.
I guess China has. The government says, okay, you're all clear, right? Is that how we interpret it? Until they're not clear the next time. But for now, I guess they're all clear. So cool. Alibaba's up what this morning? They're up 4.5%. All right.
How you interpret what the CCP ever says, is a tough
Like
one.
you're cool. I feel like you know what it is. It's like what's that mean? It's like you're cool. You're not. You're cool. Right? Like.
Spencer, speaking of China, I was thinking of you the other day. Are the pinned out puts paying yet?
No, what the hell, dude? They aren't. I was looking at the other day,
What?
and like,
what kind of puts are you in?
the strikes around me are going up. My strike is not.
All right, tell me what contract you're in.
Really? Do I gotta go through this?
Yeah, because dude, this thing
All
just
right.
tanked. And if you're not making money, the stock just fell almost 40%.
I know. All right. It's the January 30s, I think. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure that's right before.
It can't be the 30s. Are you kidding me?
I told you I went way out of the money. I said that.
Bro, I didn't know that you went 80%
I said that
out of the
6
money.
months ago. This company can't not be a fraud.
You bought 30 strike puts?
6 months ago, I told you that. I didn't tell you what I bought, but I said I went way out of the money. I had just a little bit of cash in this account. It's a rollover IRA. I didn't know what else to do with it. It was just sitting there for like a little while. Okay. I was like, you know what? What the hell? I'm just gonna throw it out here. If I lose it all, I lose it all. Right?
No, I love it. Okay, so let's clarify, because this is very funny. But what you did here isn't as crazy as it sounds. You went 80% out of the money. You were betting on like a disaster. Yeah. You were betting.
I know what I was betting on. Yeah.
Hero. And headlines came out like they're getting sued left and right. Have you seen all the lawsuit stuff?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Temu. Yeah. I mean, this was earnings related to the drop.
All right.
They've been in the news. But Spencer, that's a little too far out of the money.
You think maybe? Yeah. Look, I gave myself 11 months, basically 11 months for this thing to play out. So
Spencer trying to take my job as chief yellow officer. Maniac out here.
Again, I literally, it was like the last sliver of my account at the time that was not invested in anything. So
I've done things like that in the past. Hey, what can I buy for $50?
Yeah, right. It was a little more than $50, but still. Yeah. So that's what I've got. So anyway, the takeaway here is that the I don't know, is it like the 31s or the 32s? We're going up in value, and that's 29s, but not the 30s. I don't understand it, but look, it is what it is. I'm not really worried about it. Like,
Okay.
you know,
No, it's
I'm curious about it, but I wouldn't say I'm worried about it because I made my peace with it the moment I bought it.
you know what they call this? It happens. Right idea, wrong vehicle.
It's very possible. I told people, I told my wife, I was like, you're not allowed to buy anything from Temu anymore because you're directly hurting us when you do that. So, so she
No
knows.
longer
She knows. I'm doing my part.
all right.
Anyway, that's where we're at. That I only have one YOLO position, and it is that. Everything else is very responsibly invested
Oh man,
and or traded at the moment.
that was great. We should do
Actually,
trade.
that's a lie. I have
We
two
should-
YOLOs. I have the Pindow Dow, and I bought that EpiPen nasal spray. I just had to support the team. I didn't really know what I was buying. I did about
Yeah.
5 seconds worth of research.
Yeah, we're in the spry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sam
Yeah,
did-
I'm in the spry. I just felt like I had to it was like a moral thing. I had to support them morally
because
and financially.
you're an EpiPen person, and
I'm
this,
an EpiPen person. I had to support the team. So
this would make your life more convenient as a
right,
consumer. This
right.
probably- Yeah.
And cheaper for me, I would hope.
Right.
But so and basically everything else is responsibly invested. I've got some YOLO Pindow puts and some random shares of Spry. I don't even know what the company's called. It's ARS Pharmaceuticals. Ticker Spry.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you still got 4 months for Pindow to go to zero.
Yeah, listen, talk to me talk to me around the new year about this, and then it'll be more relevant. But until then, yeah, I check the Pindow about once a week out of morbid curiosity, but nothing more than that. All right, do we have a hot corner today?
Hold on. I want to do this.
Okay.
Finish up the China conversation.
Oh, yeah.
China's top market regulator, SAMR, announced that Alibaba has successfully completed a 3-year self-inspection and rectification process with positive results. The regulator will continue to guide Alibaba in enhancing compliance, server quality, and efficiency, and taking their money when they want to moving forward.
Okay.
One more.
I don't know if I
Uber.
believe them, but sure.
Uber to expand in South Korea, challenging cacao's dominance. Uber plans to increase its presence in South Korea, aiming to challenge local giant, that word again, in the ride-hailing market. CEO Dara, on his first business trip to the country, announced efforts to onboard more taxi drivers to compete with Kakao, which holds over 90% market share. Uber's rides in Korea surged nearly 80% in the first half of 2024. As one of Uber's few remaining Asian markets, South Korea is a strategic focus for the company. They don't operate in Vietnam. They don't operate, I don't think they're in Singapore either. They're not in the Philippines. So they kind of pick and choose their spots. And,
It's hard. It's
around-
hard to. Can you imagine how robust their legal team must be?
because there's a different regulatory environment everywhere they go, right?
Yeah. How
So-
many lawyers do they employ? Like an army? Because
Yeah.
every state is its own thing.
It's not easy, but Uber, as big as they are, as well as they're doing, there are opportunities for growth outside the US still for this company, right? Like they can enter those markets, the countries I just listed, one day if they want to, right? So they could keep growing to the moon at this point, Uber. They're not in as many places as we think.
All right. Yeah, I guess so. It just seems like every time the headlines don't seem to impact the stock at all, but every time there's a headline like Minnesota comes out against Uber, and Airbnb is the same way, by the way, right? It's like all these, and it's not even the states, it's the cities, it's the municipalities, right? Like New Orleans or whatever. So
I know
yeah.
we keep bouncing back and forth here, but Spencer, it's pretty incredible that like this has been the problem with Alibaba. The government, China, harasses them. So it's like they said, like this PR that I just read was like all bullshit, right? But
yeah.
the fact that the government came out and made a statement saying something kind towards Alibaba, this company that they've been harassing for years now, the stock's popping like 6-7%. Like that's all this company needs at this point. Fundamentals are great. The story's great. Like, why wouldn't you want to own an online retailer, right? That dominates a market that big? It's a great story. It's just the government's got to leave them alone. So you, like you're seeing it. That's really what's been going on with the stock. It's up 6.25% here at the open this morning, just because of some bullshit press release. Basically, the government looking to make some sort of good faith effort to maybe be more conducive to the businesses that operate in its country.
I think maybe the communists realized, oh shit, we can't just like kneecap our own tech conglomerates because
That's
and
exactly.
we'll all lose money.
I think they learned a tough lesson doing this.
Maybe they thought about that.
Yep, I agree.
Wait, Peter, I'm like 99% sure that's a scam. Fake, nothing. This is fake headline. I'm pretty sure it's a fake headline. Whatever. Was there a hot corner today? Did we have anything good?
There's nothing good.
Nothing good? All right. Hey, something good happened last night, though. I wanted to quickly mention it. If you are a member of All-Star Charts Premium or All-Star Options, you got an email from JC last night about new website, facelift. It's exciting. No, the site is not on the blockchain. That's what the email said, but it is. It got a redesign. Its first redesign, I think ever.
Yes. No, there was one really early on, but this is really the first one that people are going to notice.
It looks
I
great.
can't figure it out. I don't know how to post blog posts now. So,
all right. Well, it looks awesome.
It does. Look great.
And nothing will change as far as any memberships are concerned, but it just looks better to me. So yeah. Oh shit, that's not a fake story. God damn it, that's really sad. Johnny Goudreau. That sucks. All right, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know how to segue off that, but anyway, new All-Star Charts looks amazing. Check it out if you haven't already. This is just the blog page. This is just the blog, but all the content will still be there. All the past, present, and the future content will still be there. Thought that was cool.
Do we have Sean or anybody joining us?
We have nobody joining us. It's just me and no Alfonso. Alfonso has an unreliable internet connection from wherever the hell he is. I don't even know where he is. Everyone's traveling, dude. Everybody but us.
We'll have to plan Fridays better in the future now that we don't have JC here ranting mindlessly about God knows what for an hour and a half. So we'll have to fill that space with something.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Also, we should decide what we're doing on a Tuesday show. We'll figure that out. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Next week, who do we have lined up for next week? We got Todd Stone next week. We got Brian Lund. We got Ari Wald. We got Howard Lindsay. And there may be some changes to that. Maybe we'll change it around. I don't know. Gotta send some emails. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got, honestly. Like, we're open now.
Yeah,
been open for 4 minutes.
You getting some action this weekend?
What?
You getting some action this weekend? College football?
In what sense? I'm not really a huge college football fan. So I won't be betting on anything just because I don't follow it. I don't follow it super closely. I mean, I'm like a passive fan. I kind of just keep up with it through osmosis, but I don't really know anything. So
I was watching Deion Sanders and his kid last night in Colorado. Not a game I would normally watch.
Yeah, I don't really watch. I would never turn on a college football game for fun. I wouldn't do it.
It wasn't a big thing when you were in school though. Like, didn't you guys all go?
Yeah, I would watch Maryland. Sure, I'll watch my team, but I'm not going to watch like another team, right? I don't know, just not my thing. But I will be going to the beach tonight. Actually, going down on the Jersey Shore. Going to be there all week. Don't worry, I'll still be on the show. I know you're all scared, but going down on the shore tonight. Going to be very, very happy. Today's like the best day of the year because I have the shore to look forward to. So I'm in a good mood. That's why I'm in a great mood today. Nothing can slow me down.
That's fun. Good for you. How long is that drive? It's not bad. A couple hours?
From my house to where I'm going, 90 minutes. That's where we go. Great. We go to LBI, Long Beach Island, every year, and we've rented the same house for like a decade now, and the owners are cool. Normally they don't let us come down on a Friday. Normally it's a Saturday to Saturday thing, but this year they said, hey, the house is open, come down to Friday. So that gives us a whole extra day at the beach. So very happy about that. Yep. If you want, We can do some recess. I have a recess from yesterday that I didn't get to that I kind of wanted to show because it was kind of amusing. It happened to me the other night.
Yeah.
All right,
please.
cool. So Wednesday night, popped on over to Trader Joe's to do some shopping for the shore, and while I was there, I guess we had a huge storm roll through. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Video I took. This is after my shop was complete. I was in like the vestibule, like and so my question was, how long is it acceptable? Like, how long do you wait? Do you wait this out? Right? I mean,
I'm looking in that.
I'm just gonna lose it, but I ended up waiting for about 5 minutes. Me and about I don't know, 6-7 other people, and eventually I just said screw it. I'm just gonna walk out because I can't like stay here all night. I have cold and frozen things that I don't want to just leave out.
Yeah.
So,
It's a good question, and I think it depends on where you are.
yeah.
Like up there, it starts raining. If you're like where I am for hurricane season, something like this, breaks out. You wait 5 minutes, it's usually gone. You can see
Yeah.
the cloud overhead. You know what I mean? But wow, you were so fortunate.
Yeah, and the sad part is I did actually look at the forecast before I left, and I didn't see anything. It must not have looked closely enough because everyone else knew about it except for me. I was stunned. I left the store and I was stunned. I was like, oh my god, it's crazy out there. Anyway, it was fine. I mean, oh wait, let's get out of that.
There's a huge storm system moving through. I wonder if it's the same one, but a couple nights ago here, I've never heard thunder so loud in my life. Like it was honestly like it was frightening. I couldn't sleep. The thunder was so loud.
Wow.
It's insane. It sounded like it was like right behind me.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. So it's hurricane season for you. So
no, East Coast.
like I'm not used to storms like you're used to storms like that. I'm not used to storms like that. It just came out of nowhere.
Speaking of storms, I'm hoping not to get one this weekend. I'm supposed to, if everything goes as planned, go deep sea fishing in the Marquesas. So maybe I'll catch a marlin. I've never tried this. I've never done it. Pray for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sleeping on a boat, maybe for the first time in my life. So hopefully we catch big fish. Big fish. Disappointed that we cannot eat it, but maybe we'll also catch some that we can eat. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be time.
What's the rules about that?
The rules about what?
Why can't you eat it?
You don't want to, like, they're just nasty. You don't eat marlin.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't eat them.
Oh,
You could eat a swordfish, I guess, but nobody eats marlin for whatever reason. But like we could catch, tuna or mahi or something while we're out there. That'd be cool.
nice.
We'll say.
Fresh mahi. Fresh ahi. Ooh,
I'll take
yeah.
pics. Yeah, I'll take pics. But
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. No Fonts today, sadly. If Fonts were here, we'd bring him on, but he doesn't have internet apparently. So bummer. That's it. Nice long weekend, holiday weekend, and end of the month. So we got a lot going on as far as next week is concerned. We will talk about the monthly candles. Oh, quick PSA before I forget. First off, it's Friday. So Fridays at 10 o'clock, Off the Charts comes on. The latest episode was with Jared Dillian, right?
Oh, great conversation.
Right.
What a great conversation.
So
By
that'll
the
go
way,
that'll go out in 20 minutes.
By the way, Jared Dillian, go take a listen. He agrees with me about New York City. I'm not the only one.
What that it's been a dump?
Our conversation from yesterday.
Yeah, I think I always go back to that like Jon Stewart quote when he's like, "Yeah, you're just figuring that out now."
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not about that, but it is.
Okay. Second thing is, I'm putting in the chat now. We JC is doing a special stream today at 1 o'clock. It's also the very first link in the description.
Wow.
Talking about our 2 to 100 club, talking about how we try to find the next Nvidias of the world, the next $100 billion companies. It'll be a short event, probably around a half hour or so. 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah,
it's totally free. I just put the link in there. It's in chat. It's in description. Come hang out. It'll be fun.
That'll be great.
And you'll learn how we do it.
This is really our growth stock scan. We launched it back around the pandemic, probably 4 years ago now. And we're going to actually revamp it. It's going to be new and improved.
Oh,
very soon. So excited. Definitely.
yeah,
don't-
this is the scan. I went back to look at the early editions of the scan, and there are some names that have gone up substantially since then. So
There's some names that have gone up substantially, gone down substantially in
This is
2021, 22, and are now going up again. It's really, some fun stocks on there, but
yeah.
it's our growth stock universe, and it's one of the better things we do.
All right, that's gonna be it, I think. So, hey, thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Louie. Thanks all you guys for hanging out. We appreciate it. Go make some money, I guess. Right? It's Friday.
Yeah, and enjoy that Labor Day weekend, everybody.
Enjoy the Labor Day weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you at 1:00 for this stream. If not, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the holiday. Go barbecue or go to the beach or the pool or whatever it is that you do, or the lake. I don't know what people do that are not by water. I feel bad for you, but whatever.
Find some water this weekend.
Find water. Find a body of water. All right, that's my advice.
Yeah, it's
And
late.
try to make some money. And we'll see you guys later. All right, have a good one.
Peace.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it